Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming and for participating. Sarah's not running this year, but anyway, the agenda I sent out to everybody, and I said thank you already. So the announcement is that in case you haven't looked, like Keith hadn't looked, your minimums are done. You're over $2,000, every one of you, every one.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I'll tell you, more money's coming in every day. I just picked up another 500 today, and they're just coming in. They're just coming in. All right. So now we got to get to the 5,000 mark. That's where we want to go. And then up from there. Okay, so why don't we do the introductions now? We don't have too many. Why don't you tell a little bit about yourself? For example, Bob Conley has some interesting milestones in his background in his career. You want to start off, Bob? Tell him just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm Bob Conley. This will be my 26th Boston.
Wow.
My 28th marathon. First Boston was the 100th back in '96. I grew up in Boston. It was always something I wanted to do, and I had an opportunity to get a bib, and I took it. I never thought I would keep doing it, but Boston is special, and it's hard not to do it if you after a certain number. So I'm looking forward to. I haven't run since 2019, a Boston Marathon. I did in 21, I did virtual, which I didn't like. That was not a good experience. But
Right. Okay.
looking forward to this year,
Good.
running with the team.
All right. Good, Bob. Thanks. Okay, good. All right, Keith, you want to jump in?
Yeah. Hi, Keith Moser, 26-year veteran in the military, retired about 10 years ago. My wife and I moved back up here. She's from this area. I ran the 2019. I first got on the teams for the 100-year reunion of the in 2018 for the military relay. Did that for Team Framingham. I was the Framingham team, and then got on 2019. My wife was on the team last year, and I said I wanted to do it again. Like everybody here, I did the virtual. That is not a fun run. So I look forward to getting to run it with everybody. It's going to be awesome.
Good. Thanks, Keith. All right, Chris, tell them a little bit about you and your daughter.
Sure. My daughter's a college student. She ran for Team Framingham last year for hoops and homework, and she had a great experience. I ran 2010 and 2011 as an unregistered runner as a bandit. And with Herb, and I remember talking with Herb and Mike Bauer about the idea for Team Framingham way back in 2013, and Mike ran with it and made it happen. So that was just terrific, and it's approaching $750,000 altogether, I think. So that's amazing. So my daughter's second on the wait list. I hope to run with her. I don't wish anyone to drop off, but if they do, it will be good for my daughter.
All right, thanks, Chris. Welcome, Rebecca.
Hey.
We're just doing real quick introductions. You have some interesting family things you can tell us about. Yes.
Yeah, should I go ahead right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
So moved to Birmingham about 4 years ago from Everett, which is just north of Boston. We have a big family. We actually have 7 boys. Keith knows us. We live in Keith's neighborhood. The ages range from 8th grader at Fuller Middle School, 6th grader at the Learning Center for the Deaf that also takes a class at Cameron. We have 2 boys at Brophy in ages 4th grade and 3rd grade. We have a pre-K student at Framingham State. He's our first student to ever go off to the university at age 4. And then we have twins that are 2.5 years old, identical twin boys. So yeah, we're busy. We have a lot of fun. I'm running late tonight because I'm picking up a kid. I just picked up a kid at Loring at the hockey practice. So it's always go. I wear my hat everywhere.
Oh,
People
good.
ask me about it. Yeah, people tell me that they follow us on social media. I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Very good. Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah.
All right, Dominic, can you jump in, Dominic, and tell them about your goal?
Sure. Hi, my name's Dominic. I've been living in Framingham about 9 months. I did an AmeriCorps service term with Sudbury Valley Trustees, and now I work for the city in the conservation department with the Conservation Commission. I've never run a marathon before. I ran track and cross country in high school though, and that was only a few years ago for me. But I'm aiming for a sub-3 marathon, and I don't know, I haven't been super on top of my training so far, but I think it's still attainable for me. So yeah, that's the goal, and I'm super excited to get involved and get into the marathon here.
All right. All right. Keith is going crazy there.
Sub-3. I'm like, you'll be finished sweating at home and relax in a hot tub by the time I get done. Okay.
All right. All right. All right. Sarah, go ahead. Tell them a little bit about Sarah. Go ahead.
Sure. Hi, I'm Sarah Politronic, and I ran for Hoops and Homework last year on Team Framingham. And I ended up going on the next month to run the Martha's Vineyard Marathon. And then later on this past November, I did New York. So I am trying to do the Abbott Majors. The only other marathon I have before that is the virtual Boston, which, like a couple of you have said before me, not quite the same experience, but meaningful in the fact that I ran for the Y and raised a lot of money for them. So, you know, there was still a benefit there for the greater good. So in any case, yeah, so I'm taking this year to maybe do London. I'm trying. We'll see. It's not guaranteed yet. So hopefully we'll get back to Team Framingham maybe next year. So, but yeah, so Hoops and Homework is an awesome organization, and Herb makes it pretty easy to want to run for him because, you know, everyone's very passionate over there about what they do. And I saw Kevin got a promotion, which is awesome, right? That's awesome.
Okay. All
Nice.
right. Very good. All right. Thanks, Sarah. Very good. And of course, we invited Sarah back because she did a fantastic job fundraising, just unbelievable. All right. So coming up, I sent you just late today an invitation to a party at Exhibit A. I think Rebecca was very interested in parties. So there's going to be two parties. One, the 28th, where it's not really a fundraiser for you, but my thought is that if you pass it on and invite people to come and see you, and they put it on your social media, you know, your link, please donate. And by the way, there's this party and blah, 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 blah. Then the second event, I don't know, I don't have the date yet, will be focused for fundraiser for the marathon runners. So that's coming up. So that's nice. Another announcement, don't forget your BAA registration. It's due, it's right, the link I sent you. It's the information is on the Facebook with Mike Bauer and Team Framingham. Okay, requests. So I'm trying to bleed my donors, you know what I mean? So the more information that I can have about your training, and some of you are already sent, I think Rebecca sent it, and Keith, just to get that passion, you know, what you're going through, the hard work. They need to realize that. I need to realize that. So please send me anything, pictures, videos, short, it doesn't have to be a big deal. And then I'm going to do, when I get around to it, after I stop asking people for money, I'm going to do a press release about each one of you, little snippets like you talked about tonight. So if you want to send me some information on that, I already have a lot from our videos. All right, so that's enough from me. So now let's get into fundraising ideas from your end. And I'm going to give it to Sarah. You want to take it away? Tell them what you did last year to bring in how much? $9,000-$10,000? What?
That might be a little more, but up there. It was up over 8.
It was
It's funny
great.
because yeah, that's the second time I'd done that. I ended up, you know, when I ran for the Y, it was around 8,500, I think. And I did not think it would be possible to go back to the well and get more from people. There was only about a 2 year, maybe 2 years in between on my, so honestly, the most important thing is to get your social media going. If you're not on social media, you should probably get on it just for this in purpose itself. You know, I used to do like a Friday post because I didn't want to, you know, over pepper everybody with stuff. But like Herb said, pictures of you doing something, you know, on your runs, maybe running in the freezing cold, the snow, or, you know, in front of, you know, something that's meaningful with the background. People are surprising. They definitely, people that you think will donate a lot might donate a little, and then you'll have these people that you didn't think would even donate at all that will donate a lot. It's just, and people don't mind, you know, I mean, most of the people you're connected with on social media are actually interested, you know, as long as, you know, you're keeping them kind of up to date, you know, nothing too, I try not to be too long on my posts. No one's going to scroll down forever. Something quick and short, a nice picture, maybe a shot from like my, my Garmin showing how I did. And then importantly, of course, getting a party together, which I know that Hoops and Homework put together last year. I did my own with my running partner when I ran before. So we did like a black and white charity event. So we really just went around getting donations of food, donations of gift cards. We had like 30 raffle items, which is way more than you really need, honestly. But people are really generous with businesses. We actually bought our jackets ahead of time, and we had like a nice piece of paper that explained what we were running for, the tax ID form, and we walked the marathon route like through some of the bigger towns and went to those restaurants and those beauty salons and whatever. It could be a toy store, it could be the paper store, it didn't matter. And we went in and we, you know, gave a little spiel, handed a piece of paper and asked if they consider donating a gift card or a basket or something. And it wasn't that hard. Honestly, it became kind of fun after a while because we're like, wow, this is going great. You know, great. There'll be plenty of no's, but there's enough yeses that it keeps you motivated. It becomes like a little game. Once we had that, which we did early, and I did it again, you know, for Hoops and Homework as well. You know, it was just easier to focus on the big miles. The more you do up front, the better it feels when you're doing the long miles later on. It's just so much nicer to have that out of the way a little bit. But, you know, I've done other things where I've done fundraising at like a gym I belong to where, you know, they would do a class and we charge like a $20 a person to come do like a bar 3 class. That's what I did. You know, I've done auctions online as well. And they have this great site. I believe it is called, it's escaping right now. I'll think of it. I'll put it on the email, but it's a really great, simple auction site. So if you have like some big items, like someone has gifted you a weekend away at their, you know, summer house or anything, you know, a week at camp, those are better to auction off because then you can usually get a little more money out of those. You know, definitely don't be shy. Partner up with one of your other, you know, if you know anyone here or even on Team Framingham and your work, you know, you can work and divide and conquer. And I think that makes things a little bit easier too when you have someone to do it with. And running. I know you have the team run. So those are definitely my biggest tips. You know, don't be afraid to ask and don't be afraid to put it on social media. And so Super Bowl squares, of course, those are like a no-brainer right now. People will buy them. And a lot of people that win them will give back their square. Will just donate their winnings. Honestly, some people will take it, which is, it's fine. You're going to keep half anyway. That's the idea usually. But most people, you know, a few people will probably give it back. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did last year.
Okay, so on the Super Bowl squares, I think you created your own sheet. How did you do?
I did. I ended up, yeah, I just didn't, you could do Excel or like, you know, Google Sheets. And I just created, there's so many templates, but it doesn't take long to put together a quick, it's really a spreadsheet grid. And then I think I found like an automatic like generator like app online that would just pick like the numbers for me or something. Or I might have even drawn them out of a hat and just, you know, you could do it live if you really think people will be worried about you cheating, but I don't think anyone's really worried about that. So, and then I just posted it up on Facebook, the same place where I posted it when it was blank. People would just kind of buy it. And then I had my PayPal or my Venmo link up there and people would, you know, pay that way. And then once it was complete, I would post the actual final one. And if you have trouble, you can always double everyone's squares. So like if you can't fill the grid and you have to fill it, you could split. So anyone that bought a $20 square now has 2 $10 squares. You know what I mean? If you get desperate and you're running out of time. So that works too. You can do it for playoff games too. You could start before the Super Bowl. You do a few, I know I have a lot of friends that are doing it for all the playoff games, and for the Super Bowl. So, and then there's, obviously this basketball, championship stuff that comes up too. You could do one of those as well before the big day.
That's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny.
And
I-
birthday fundraisers.
Yeah, I had a donor of mine. He said, Herb, you ought to have 2 birthdays every year, you know, your regular
Yeah.
one and your 6-month birthday, and raise money for both.
Or use your 7
yeah.
kids' birthdays,
What's that?
or use your 7 kids' birthdays.
That's right.
It'd be 6 though, I'm sorry, the twins. But there you
Any questions for Sarah? Questions, anybody? Questions? Oh, good. A lot of fun. All right, very nice, Sarah. So I got this, maybe you saw it too, from Peter Weisgerber. Did you see his letter?
go.
Anyway, so that's out in,
Yes.
yeah, so that was very nice. So I don't think we have to go over that. All right, very nice. Okay, so let's see, that's, geez, that's about all I had here. My God, I mean, geez, that's it. So any questions in general? We all psyched up to go hit the streets and hit the social media? All right, so,
I thought of one last thing. Sorry,
good,
this is a
good.
good one too. Towards just to like finish off fundraising, just to squeak out a little bit more money. I think I did like a donate a mile to everybody. I know Peter mentions that and he did it in his own way. I just said, anyone that donates today, I'm going to start giving out my 26 miles, so you'll get a mile at the first 26 people. It doesn't matter what amount. And if it was a $5 donation, they got their mile. And I actually printed out like a bit on bib paper, like everybody's name, or they could pick who they would like to dedicate the run to. It could be like a family member that passed, or someone's going through something, or themselves. And then I printed those names and I wore them when I ran. So that's another good way to just kind of finish up the whole fundraising.
Yeah, and we have some wonderful videos of Sarah going down at Boylston Street with the kids screaming, "Go, Mom, go!" Oh, jeez.
I think Rebecca would probably have even more screaming. I only have 3 and only one was there at the finish line. So I can only imagine if you can get your 7 there. Ooh, or anywhere.
I tell you,
Oh, man.
it brought tears to my eyes. It really did. It was so emotional. There she is
It was.
going down to the last, yards, and oh God. Oh
Yeah. That last right and left, there's nothing quite like it.
yeah. Someday I'll do it. Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
Dominic, any questions, Dominic? Welcome.
No, I mean, yeah, I appreciate the advice, and I think we're on a good track here. Yeah, I mean, everything sounds good so far.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm so happy. It just makes me thrilled to be able to get that money in, to give you that boost over the 2,000 thing, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's all ice cream from now on, I mean, it's been done. We have one of our, I think it's Harrington, forget his name. One of our runners is way up there. He's pushing 4,000 or 5,000 right now. Yeah, Forrest Harrington.
Yes, Forrest, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
Matching donations, if anybody has businesses that do that too. I was just thinking some companies will match your donations.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Chris got a company donation, right, Chris? Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was only 250, but every bit helps.
that's right. Hey, be happy for small favors. That's what I say. Every little bit. All right. I guess I'm all set unless you want anything else.
Yeah, I've got something I'd like to add.
Go ahead.
For chance encounters, sometimes it's hard to give info to people for them to be able to donate to you. So what I've done in the past, and it's worked pretty well, is get some cheap business cards made up with all your contact info. And you can get some real simple ones for like 12 or 15 bucks on up to something with pictures on it, but it will have the contact info for Give and Gain, and it makes a big difference because some people just don't remember. You meet somebody new and you're pretty sure they would donate to you, but they forget, and this is a way to help.
So,
I think,
go ahead, Chris.
I think last year my daughter, I don't know if it came from Team Framingham or from Hoops and Homework, but she had the actual barcode that,
That's right. Right, we did that. I think we did that last year. Yeah, so that you
it
could,
goes directly to your fundraising page.
yeah.
Okay.
It was the scanner, I forget what it's called, the
QR code.
QR code, right there. Yeah, yeah,
You can
okay.
do it with your phone, right? You can scan your phone.
Yeah, you just, yeah, so that's my job, right? The UR code on a card. Actually, maybe we'll make up cards for you. How about that with the UR code? Or we could send the UR code to you, or
Great, yeah.
whatever we gotta do. We gotta do something with the UR code. Yeah, we did that last year, yeah. Slip
Yeah,
my
with
mind.
Hoops and Homeworks logo and, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and the logo, yeah, yeah. All right, I got a note here. All right, very good. Yeah, so that was helpful, Chris, right? You remember?
I think so. She distributed it all around the neighborhood and she got some hits. Yeah.
Yeah, good, 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 good. Every bit helps, yeah. Very nice, yeah, we gotta do that. Oh, you probably remember that, Sarah, from last year?
Yep. No, you did. You
Yeah,
did do
yeah.
it. Yep.
Okay.
I think everybody got one. We got a set
Oh.
of them. Yep.
Okay, good.
It's awesome. It was,
Yeah.
they're very nice. And when you walk around asking for donations, it's not enough, or, even like raffle things, you can hand those out as well.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you never know, just anybody. Might as well try.
All right.
I did have a question. Does anybody know are we responsible for getting because when I did it in 2019, I got my banner support. One side was funded, I think by, it's one of the breweries. I can't remember which one it was,
Yeah.
but I got my other sponsor.
Yeah.
Is that still something we can do on our own?
Well,
Or how's it work?
I have so many sponsors you wouldn't believe, so I'm covered unless you have, no, okay. So
I'll just put the money somewhere else. I'm just saying, it'll go to my fundraising, but I got it. Yeah.
now just go to your fundraising. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're good with banners. Like I say, all that money that came to you is going to be put towards a banner for everybody. So we're covered. We're good. We got lots of friends out there. So that was nice to be able to get that done for me, not to have to worry about that. So it's all set. Got
Alright.
good companies there. Anything else? This is going to be short and sweet, but that's okay. Now you can get out and hit the trails.
There you go. A little Dartford Trails, streets maybe.
All right.
I'll
So
run
once,
by your house, Rebecca, you'll hear me. Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
once again, for the requests, the training schedule, pictures, and just how much training you're doing, how much sweat you're pouring out. Little pictures, videos, short videos. And if you want to send me some grabber like Rebecca's 7 kids, and oh, you forgot to tell them what you do in your spare time, Rebecca. What do you do in your spare time?
Run.
No, the other thing, you work
I do. I'm a nurse at Mass General full time as well.
full time. It's unbelievable.
I'm in awe. I can't complain anymore.
Dominic, is that a clap hands or what? Okay, very nice. Okay, all right. I think we're signing off. All set. Anything else? Very good. All right, thank you again.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck,
Everybody.
everyone.
Sarah, for coming.
Bye.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.